welcome back to my channel. I'm Shelby if you guys have never been here. Today we're gonna go over the 7 best Instagrammable locations in Los Angeles. I've lived in Los Angeles for 5 years and trust me, I know the spots to go. We've got 7 locations and I'm saving the best for last, so be sure to stay till the end. All right, number 7 is Los Leones Canyon. This is actually a hiking spot in the Pacific Palisades. It's about a 45-minute hike, but there's actually some neighborhoods around, and if you just drive up into the neighborhoods, you can skip the hike, but you didn't hear that from me. The view at the top of this spot though is incredible. You can see the ocean, Santa Monica, the Santa Monica Pier, all of that, all the way to downtown LA. You really get a view of the entire city, and you can get this really cool kind of shot if you hold your camera up higher, where it just looks like you're looking out over the whole city. It's pretty incredible looking. So that's a great one if you like sort of nature photos. Number 6, we have the Griffith Observatory. So the Griffith Observatory is actually a planetarium that was built in the 1930s. It's got these really awesome archways where you can get a shot with the archway in the whole city. It looks like something you might see in Europe. Like, it really doesn't look like other spots that you find in LA, and that's what I think is really cool about it. And also, you can see downtown LA as long as it's not super smoggy, and the Hollywood sign. So if you don't want to hike up to the Hollywood sign, this is a great alternative because you can just drive up here. Number 5 is LACMA. So LACMA is this outdoor art installation and it is free. It's on Wilshire Boulevard, so it's very, very easy to get to, very centrally located. You can just park on the street and go up to it. You don't have to go through a whole museum or anything like that. The installation itself is actually old streetlights in LA that they made into just rows of lights, and it looks so aesthetically pleasing. You just can't mess up this photo. It's one of those things where you just shoot from any angle and it looks really cool. The only con to this place is that there's so many people taking photos all the time. You might have to work on your Photoshop skills to Photoshop people out of the background. That's what I did. Despite that though, this is a really great spot. Number 4 is actually the Hollywood sign. You can do this hike where you can go up behind the Hollywood sign, and it looks really awesome at golden hour. If you go here, I recommend just bringing a really wide lens. So if you're using an iPhone, maybe get one of those wide lens attachments, and if you're bringing a DSLR, just make sure that you have a pretty wide lens. Between 16 and 20 millimeters is what you would want here. This, unfortunately, there's no shortcut. You actually have to do this hike, and if you're gonna do this hike, just know there's not really a lot of parking, so I'd recommend just Ubering to the starting point that you want to do. Number 3 is downtown LA, just in general, although specifically the last Bookstore. This is a bookstore in downtown LA that's just really cool, and they have a couple of photo ops just set up at all times for you to take advantage of. So they have all these books, and then there's just like a hole in the middle where you can sort of pose in it. Then they also have this sort of archway with LED lights in it, so it's a really cool low light spot where you can just get a nice photo with all these books. Plus, if you like bookstores, this is probably the coolest one I've ever been to in my life. Even the outside of it looks really cool and is a good photo spot. Another spot in downtown LA that I think is cool is Pershing Square. This is a square just right in the middle of all these tall buildings, so you can get a shot from a low angle with all these tall buildings in the back, and it looks really cool. There's a lot of parking garages that have really cool rooftops and fire escapes. Probably not allowed to do this, so I'm not recommending that you go there, but that is there. Number 2 is the Santa Monica Pier. You actually don't even have to get on the pier to get a cool shot here. I think one of the cool shots is to just go on the lifeguard tower and get the pier in the background. This is one of the few places that's actually gonna look good at night though. Most places, once it's dark out, it's like kind of difficult to get a really cool photo, but the pier is still amazing at night. There's all these neon lights everywhere. You can also go under the pier during the day if the lighting is a little too harsh. That's always a cool spot. The pier itself is kind of annoying to be on because it's so touristy, but since it is a touristy spot, they don't really care that you're taking photos. The number 1 Instagrammable spot in Los Angeles is Melrose. Melrose is just a street with a bunch of shops, but this is where you're gonna find all the basic Instagram walls that you see. So the pink wall, the Made in LA wall, the girls tour wall, there's some angel wings, there's just areas with this graffiti that looks really cool. It is basic, but you know what, if you wanna be basic, then do it. There's also a lot of cool coffee shops. They have Alfred's, they have Earth Cafe. Both of those are really cool looking and also delicious. It's just a fun spot to go to. It is like the epitome of LA style. Okay, I'm editing this video now and the outro got messed up, like the audio was all messed up, but hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. And if you guys are in LA and you want really cool photos, if you've ever wanted to hire a photographer, like if you're a blogger or if you're like an Instagrammer or you just want to get into that stuff, or if you just want cool photos, there's a bunch of photographers on Shutter.com. You can go on and see their past work and book them and like pay them and everything on there. I'm actually on there, so you can book me on it if you want. Yeah, I'll have that link down below. I'll have my profile link down below too. Sorry for the weird outro, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. We're about to watch the documentaries. I'm kind of nervous to screen mine, but woo!
You gon' stunt like you ain't been drunk. Homie got the bean, yeah, the
Black Friday right now. We're going into the street.